Taiwan versus South Korea is our next matchup in the round of 16.
Quite a historical, this one. Quite a historical match indeed. They've seen each other in many World Cups in the past.
Pretty sure this is a rematch of more than one World Cup final. But of course, these two teams are very different than those teams. These are new generational players on both sides.
Is that every single OWC since 2013?
But they're facing every single one since then.
Apparently so.
It's the recurring power struggle between these two. I actually didn't realise that they've never not matched up in the last few years.
I'm sure they faced off in OWC's previous as well, but maybe that's just a straight unbroken run.
Wow. Funny how that works out.
It is sometimes. Interesting to see. Another team that's faced off quite often is going to be a matchup for tomorrow, I think. China and the US.
It's round of 16, man. It's just full of just stacked matchups. Yeah, it looks like the historical run between these two, long and winding. They faced off in the final in 2013. SK won that against Taiwan. They faced in the round of 16 in 2014 as well, with South Korea winning that. They faced in groups in 2015. And they faced again last year and in 2016 as well in the knockouts. They know each other well, but the teams have changed a lot since then. Definitely some names carrying over. Flask, Ryza, Shina Nariko, Gomo. All names that are returning from previous years. Along with more we will surely see in this matchup. Oh, it turns out that they didn't play in 2015, but still. All out of the, what was that? 5 out of 6 years. It's still a crazy run to constantly draw the same two teams. So here we go. We are going to be getting the warm-ups underway. They've been holding on so they can show them off. Because the warm-ups are the best part. I'm going to go out on a limb and say this is a Taiwanese pick. A Koalazi map. Well-known Taiwanese mapper. Always likes making some good old China meme maps. China and Taiwan meme maps. The references are lost on me, though.
Someone in chat will get this. Or we can have Everyone explain it to us, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, slider ticks. Oh, the slider ticks.
God, what is that tick rate? Is that tick rate like 4?
Oh, the slider ticks. Even Everyone's lost to this one. Oh, no.
That's a piece of work. Few slider breaks, but can you blame him? Can you blame him? There we go. Quality Taiwanese warm-ups here. Love it.
We look over to what SK are going to bring to the table. Oh, it's exactly what I expected.
Yeah. Another national mapper, Korea Penguin. Oh, an old mapper as well. I haven't seen a new Korea Penguin map in a while, actually.
Actually, yeah, now that you mention it.
Slap your cheek. difficulty.
Oh dear.
Of course, there's gonna be one. There's gonna be one.
Oh, there's gonna be more.
Oh yeah. You'll save the Gachi warm-ups for the right moment.
Yeah, the warm-ups, they're only gonna get better.
Yeah.
Even making rhythms with them.
Oh hell yeah. Oh,
They
there's
don't
an
appear in the
easy.
original song.
Oh, there's two easies.
Oh yeah. Flask and Karuna taking easy. Karuna taking easy hidden.
Oh, let's go. I've been told if we're ready 8 times, but I don't think I am.
You're never ready. Of course, if you're not familiar with the easy modification, it makes circles bigger, it makes approach rates lower. So in theory, it makes the map easier to hit, but definitely not easier to read. Density skyrockets.
Yeah.
And you
Might
can
make
see
things
way more
easier a
notes
few
on the
years ago.
screen. Yeah, when maps were more linear, density didn't matter too much. What are those? Flying tuna with the only FC left.
Oh, goodness.
Jeez.
He's been practicing
Yeah, he practiced this.
and preparing himself for this very moment.
Had this for months in advance. Screw the actual OWC map ball. Warm-up's more impressive.
But yeah,
Less FC it.
gotta be in. You gotta perform in the warm-up. I mean, come on, why are you even bothering? Of course, Flying Tuna is South Korea's star player in terms of those ranks for the Korean side this year. Former mouse player, now a tablet player. Very solid mechanically. And he's been good in tournaments lately as well.
He's been very good in tournaments. We've seen him in SST. We've seen him in the Korea tournament, pretty sure. And now he joins the South Korean roster. Shows his stuff on mechanical maps.
He played the most maps of his team in the groups as well. So he did well on those easier maps as well, quote unquote. So it's not all about hard maps and whatnot. You can do it on the easy stuff too.
Of course, South Korea coming through in the highest seeding. Despite starting out with the lower seeding, Taiwan starting as a top seed and coming through in a high seeded position. So a matchup that might have occurred regardless? Maybe? Just seemed to have swapped seedings.
Yeah. But it's still kind of crazy that, yeah, they've sort of matched up, but with the seeds reversed. It's kind of weird. It's been a weird World Cup so far.
It's only going to get better. What you mean to say is it's been an exciting World Cup so far.
Oh yeah, that's exactly what I mean. If it was predictable, it wouldn't be the World Cup. So
Who's asking? Yep, one ban for each team. We're going to be seeing them coming through. It will be the CS 6.5 pick Leap in Your Mind.
We saw that last time. Won't be seeing it in this matchup though. I've seen Taiwan do well on the Hard Rocks in the groups, but I didn't say it was one of their specialties, but I guess the Koreans just don't want to play those small circle-sized maps against them.
On the other side, a ban on maritime police by Taiwan. Something I would have expected them to be more looking towards picking.
Yeah. I suppose that prediction's not quite on point. Definitely targeting those, but I mean, I would have imagined it would have been quite close on both of those maps between these two. But I guess they're just not comfortable on them. I don't think those are targeted bans, but more or less just banning what you don't want to play.
I would think so.
South Korea have liked picking their no mod. It has been the most popular mod in the groups for them, and they've won the majority of them. So that's one less no mod for them to pick.
They do choose to move into Hard Rock instead, though. Maybe seeing South Korea Bandit, going, we want a piece of that. Start off with what they might not want to play.
Yeah, it's a sensible first pick, I'd say. This
So
one's
the
more or
Terminus?
less standard, though, in terms of like the circle size and whatnot.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. A few streams here and there. A lot of potential act drop. But yeah, as you say, relatively standard. Nothing to look out for too much in this map.
It has a very heavy stream focus, as you said. So watch the act, watch it over streaming. Follow bursts all the way through with some longer streams, around 2/3 in between. Pretty comfortable aim for Hard Rock, that is.
The GLHFs come through.
Of course, these two, so much history between them. You gotta respect the other team in this situation. It's just the name of the game, and of course, the O2 World Cup's all about good sporting anyway. But these two especially,
You barely,
know what the other one's
you
capable
barely
of.
ever see any form of bad sportsmanship.
Yeah,
There's so
really
much
good.
respect between every single one of these players. It's apparent how much effort you have to put in to get to the top. Everyone knows it.
Yeah, it's one thing I
Everyone
love
respects
about
it.
It's one thing I love about O2 tournaments. It's just the atmosphere is so lovely. Even in defeat, the atmosphere is so lovely. Everyone's so respectful, even in the heated competition. Anyways, here we go. Map number 1. Quite a long map, this. A lot of combo to it. Plenty of room for leads to be swapped around.
The lead, however, at the moment is in South Korea's favour. They've got the accuracy. Pushing back against the 297s from Shield and Flask. Rise is slowly building back up to 99. Accuracy slowly climbing.
One element that Ryzer did so well on in the groups was accuracy. His accuracy was consistently solid throughout the groups. Really important on a map like this. But I mean, at the moment, he's been outdone by Zane in the early days, but very solid stuff from him.
He's also being outdone by 3 out of the 4 of the Korean team. It's only Gomo that's below 99.4. Selena, though, has dropped. We're halfway through the map. It's relatively long, this one. Almost 3.5 minutes. A lot of time for something to go wrong on the Taiwanese side. But as of right now, it's that one miss from Selena deciding who is taking this, who is in the better position.
Here comes the more streamy part now, though. May see the teams be split a little bit here. One of the tougher parts, just marginally. But watch those accuracies. But as it stands, just don't miss. That's the name of the game for Taiwan here.
Don't miss is exactly what Flask doesn't do. He drops his combo. Is there enough time for that combo from Selena? There might be. Zane drops as well. Now there's 3 FCs on South Korea's side to 2. They're bringing the lead back incredibly quickly, and with a quarter of the map to go, it's only going to flicker and take.
Yeah, just as we hit the stream as well. Lots of combo to back up that combo advantage. Selena does break again, but there's still 3 full combos to 2 in favor of South Korea here. They should still start gaining lead here as it stands.
They're in the position they want to be in. They're looking strong. They're looking to secure this first point. This break point.
Yeah, they banned the hard rock, but the more standard hard rocks, they can compete. And they can win. It was close though. 2 FCs to 3. Solid stuff from both teams. But Korea do take it. First point goes to them. And oh my goodness, Zayn. The one miss with 3 100s. Now that is some accuracy, but it just wasn't to be here for him. Consistency is key.
Just unfortunate he couldn't close it out. More unfortunate still is the miss from Flask as well. Just costing them the point.
Yeah, is not too happy about that, but it is only the first map. It is not indicative of anything yet. But with that being a break point, Korea have the opportunity to try and leverage that with a pick of their own. The remaining hard rock is another standardish one, but I don't think that was decisive enough to give them too much confidence on that. But they did do well with 3 FCs. They're up against another strong hard rock team in Taiwan, so I'm not sure.
And of course, the rest of the pool is open. They could go into Nomad, they could go into Hidden. The DTs are completely open again. I suppose relatively similar throughout, with just varying BPMs. One team is strong on DT, maybe they could take that. Try and run with it.
Perhaps, yeah. Taiwan did actually drop more Nomad maps than they won in groups. So Nomad might be a good shot against them. Korea might have the edge in terms of the consistency, and I'd say Black or White and Confusion, I'd class those as consistency picks. Even Black or White, the streams aren't too mechanically intensive. A couple of tricky ones, but
I think Black or White, the stream at the start, is the most mechanically intensive one out of the lot. Very easy to be tripped up on that. Spacing suddenly jumps up. Circle's no longer touching.
see, with the stream map, it's not a real stream map unless they've got follow points. That's the thing. But now that is there. But they're not going to go for that. They're actually going to go for a speedy pick.
Higher BPM this one. Of course, the highest BPM with the lowest approach rate. Interestingly enough.
Yep. It's the AR8 DT, AR 9.6. Then you apply DT to it. Certainly compared to the other two DTs, this one does get quite dense because of that high speed and low approach rate. But it's pretty comfortable if you're handy on DT. Fairly comfortable aim patterns. A few bursts to deal with. 3-note, 5-note bursts. See GF MRT come in for Flask on this one. Same lineup for Korea though, it looks like. Same as the previous map. I think a map like this though, it's it's a relatively comfy one. I think both teams are going to have players that are perfectly capable on this. It's going to come down to the odd miss and consistency on this style, I'd say. But watch some of those aim patterns. Some pretty tricky little back and forth sets of jumps, which can trip you up. But it's fairly comfy, this. So who can deal with the speed the best. A few players with early act drops, just getting adjusted. But not too much. Accuracy in favour of Taiwan in the very early stages here. Zane and Riser doing well on the act front. Well over 99.5.
That was a miss from Karuna, but it's mirrored by Shield, and Zane and Flying Tuna both drop at the same time.
Yeah, that big back and forth jump pattern catching 3 players out. Yep, combos in favour of Korea though, with Karuna dropping a bit before that whole section happened. Not a lot of score difference. They're slowly reeling Taiwan here. But there's not a lot of map left. It's not a very long map, this. Already entering the final section here.
Yeah, I've got the combos. There is enough time for them to bring it to their side. They're just going to hold strong afterwards. And the lead will flicker. With Shield dropping his combo is going to only speed that process up, as well as GFMRT.
Yeah, that's going to seal it.
Lead.
Another point for the
Korea take
Koreans.
it.
Oh, poor Gomo. Last note miss for him. But that's as close as makes no difference. A max score for him. Solid stuff from him. And Selena with the FC. Riser, though, with the 4100s FC. The best score on this one in the room. But it's not going to be his point. 2-0 to South Korea. Taiwan with the next pick. Hard Rock's been tested. DT has been tested. Did they try another? I wouldn't say that last win was majorly decisive, but it certainly wasn't a close one once the misses dropped at the end. Until then, though, very much neck and neck. But with Korea just nicking them on those 2 points, they have the lead in the overall matchup. As they mull over the next pick. Just to let you know, the OSU World Cup support banners are now live. If you want to support your favourite team and contribute to the prize pool the players will be playing for, you can purchase OSU World Cup banners for your team in the OSU store. And support the tournament. Support what we're doing.
Where do these teams go? South Korea definitely looking like the stronger side.
They're really thinking about this one. And they really should. But I don't think there's been a lot between them. Oh, wait. They are going for the low approach rate hidden.
Hell yeah. Oh, I'm happy about that pick. We get to see Fanzen's map. Tokasa Funtoki. Few doubles. Definitely the map full of doubles. Even the AR8 pick has doubles. So many doubles.
When the AR8 pick has doubles, you know you're in for a rough time. But this one being a Fanzen map, always likes to test your finger control with lots of tricky rhythms, and this one is no exception. quite a few little shaped aim shapes. Lots of like triangles with big jumps into an anti-jump afterwards. Lots of burst streams.
And it's pretty consistently distance snapped as well. Especially in the streams. There's only small gaps between the streams. It's almost like you continue moving, but you stop tapping.
I'm not quite sure which way this one will go. I'm not sure these two have played a lot of the low approach rate. And interestingly enough, in the previous round, Taiwan actually banned the AR8 hidden twice in 2 out of 3 matches, and yet they pick it here. So a curious choice here for Taiwan, but they're going for a wild card to get back into this. And considering they're behind as well, that's a brave move. But we're seeing plenty of swaps. Flask returns and Dazzlewind comes in for Taiwan here. Ava Pacifica coming in for the Korean side here.
Seeing a few new names, we'll see how they do. Flying Tuna not massively famous for his low approach rate reading, but he's very competent at it. Just not the thing he's known for. Dazzlewind, Sheena, Goma will miss. Dazzlewind again. Mirrored by Flying Tuna. Very small combo advantage. If any. All on accuracy still.
The thing with a map like this is, if you can play it properly, your accuracy is probably going to be high, but if you can't, your accuracy is going to tank heavily. So if you're with aim, you got to really make sure you don't get a stream of 100s.
Gomo drops his FC. Lead goes to Taiwan.
Streams are catching a few players out. Saw a couple of breaks on the streams on the Taiwanese side, but as it stands, it's Flask putting in the work. Not a single 100 yet from him as he gets out of the tougher stream section.
Flying Tuna working hard to try and keep the Korean side in this. He's doing well. The lead isn't growing very fast. It's still being extended.
They can't get away though. A break from Dazzlewind. Losing a bit of combo advantage, and there's only about 50k in it. Not a lot yet.
He misses again. Combo advantage on Korea, and they're going to be bringing this lead back over to their side. It's going to flicker. It's going to be
really
very
struggling.
close. Taiwan just take that. Skin of their teeth.
By
2,000 points.
Yeah, less than 200. Sorry, less than 2k. They do take it though, but goodness me, that was a nail biter.
It was the accuracy from Flask, definitely, that kept them in that.
That's incredible from Flask. AR8 hidden, no problem. Turns out that was a very good pick, and it was a good counter pick as well. Flying Tuna with a good run, just 150 and 2 misses. But it effectively countered the rest of the team, at least to a decent amount. Ava Pacifica just getting the 1 miss. But goodness me.
So we see Taiwan get a point on the board. Was their pick. They're down a break point at the moment. So to equalize, they need to take one of South Korea's picks off them. Which after that, where do you go? Can be very difficult to adapt between approach rates, between mods. Very, very adaptable. Quick to switch.
Yeah, a lot of the players that were playing the other maps did play that AR8, so yeah. I imagine we'll be seeing at least 2, if not maybe 3 of them for the next map.
Which will be Sengoku Hot.
Okay. Going for swinging no mod then. 1/3 streams and big spaced doubles, tricky slider patterns and bursts. Fairly technical.
You can keep the combo on this map without hitting slider ends, but you're going to be dropping a lot of points if you do that. But it's very easy if you're following. just to misaim the next slider, misjudge how far you need to go from the slider, and you just hit.
Yeah, I'm not sure it'd be wise to put someone in who's going to cheese sliders. In a matchup like this, they're going to have 4 players that can at least play it competently. So you'd really want someone that's on point with those sort of slider patterns. And they have just the players for the job, seeing people come in pretty quickly. Ryza returns. Sheena Noriko comes in for Taiwan. And we see Karuna re-enter the room, I believe, for Korea.
I think he played the last map. I think they're sticking with the same roster.
Oh. I thought Selena was in there. Never mind. That's only Taiwan swapping out then. So yeah, once again, Korea not changing a lot then. So how will they adjust after having to deal with the AR-8?
They know their players. They know who's strong. They know where they need to go. We've got our players in.
Let's see how it goes. Taiwan did drop a lot of no mods in the groups. But on this different pool, let's see how they fare. Players like Ryza and Flask are going to be right at home on a map like this, though. Some early app drops from Ryza, though, but he hasn't missed. Just a very early adjustment period for him.
Small accuracy advantage to South Korea out of the gate.
To be honest, I wouldn't call it small, but it is not much because no one's missed yet. No one breaking.
I think it's arguably small, just because it's so early on. Although now it kind of isn't. Sheena drops a load more hundreds.
Tougher section here. Tricky sliders and doubles. Here's where it picks up.
And now the accuracy advantage definitely widening. Sheena's starting to bring back, but still averaging around 95. If it was just 94 for the intro section, then maybe the accuracy would have closed up, but maybe not. And everyone gets through that section with an FC.
Hang on.
I apologize. I wholeheartedly apologize for that one.
That's rough, man. Hey, it happens. Just gotta accept it, dude. Unlucky though from Ryza, just after the hard part, well, just as the hard part ended, finds a break. But as it stands, it's just that break. Still 3 FCs. Taiwan with a lot of firepower in terms of combo. But they're still preying on a Korea miss, and they see what's up now. What? I agree. I agree, Blaz. You can see the difference in slider ends, though, can't you? Look at GMFRT compared to everyone else. And Ava Pacifica. Here comes the next tougher section. Similar to the first, elongated sliders and doubles.
Sheena and Ava have missed. Start of that section, they mirror each other. Means there's no place for any lead to come back, and Ryza drops the combo again. 400 goes away. Just Flask. GFMRT on Taiwan. Korea looking strong.
Yeah, this is a really good pick from them. 3 FCs on this is really something. Not an easy map to be consistent on. And to be honest, 2 FCs would be enough for most teams to win a point. But not this time. Excellent stuff here from the Korean side. It is 3
100s on Karuna.
Whoa, jeez.
He breaks a 1,000,000 point barrier. 8 100s on Flying Tuna. That's scary. They're perfect FCs as well. Didn't drop a single slider end.
No problems on 1/3 streams. The finger control on point for those two.
Ava, it was a slider break. It was almost a 4-way FC.
That was really good on Ava Pacifica too. Well, now they know that's what they can do on No Mod. There's still 2 No Mods left. Plenty of room to leverage that.
I think they're very different No Mods to what we just saw, though. Maybe not that much information about No Mod as you might think. Two hiddens left, 1 hard rock. All of free mod is still open.
Solid roll there from GFM Marty. Solid.
Practicing.
Yeah. Gotta practice your rolls. You gotta keep the rust off.
Where did Taiwan go? They picked hidden before, they picked hard rock. Do they go with something similar? They won the hidden, but it's different from a lot of the other hiddens in the pool. There's the longer UN Owen, which is AR9, but what else do they have?
I mean, that map is actually long enough, UN Owen. That map's long enough that maybe that might be a good pick for Taiwan. Flask did really well on that reading pick, and with the kind of consistency that he has, or we know he has, along with the likes of Riser and that might actually be a decent pick for the Taiwanese here. But Korea, with just multiple FCs on many of the maps so far, maybe going for a consistency one might not be the best. But that map being kind of weird might be a good pick to catch them out. It's the same, or similar to how Japan caught out Germany earlier. But they are going to be going for no mod Taiwan. Curious, but
that's interesting.
I mean,
maybe sticking to what they know.
Well, yeah, true, actually, because black or white, their pick, is a very well-known map, and I imagine a lot of the team know this map already. This might just be a comfort pick. But they've lost a lot of no mods. But perhaps they just want to give this one a shot. This is a streamy pick. Lots of streams in this. For about just over 2 minutes. So it's not a very long pick either. Some really spaced bursts at the start. There's a 5-note stream that goes down that's very spaced. You gotta watch you don't choke on that.
The rest relatively standard, just curvy streams. A few finger control patterns here and there on sliders. Which of course on Score V1 you could be a little bit lax on, but Score V2 you have to be on point with that accuracy. The difference between them, of course, slider heads now count for accuracy. You want to be hitting on time on everything.
We've seen some personnel changes here. Selena coming in for real this time. And I know him, but I've never known how to pronounce his name, to be honest. Yoedek? I'm not sure. He's been a mainstay for a while though.
I'm sure everyone could correct us on this, but is it something in my mind saying Daedong?
I ain't too sure.
But it might be Daedong. It is
Daedong. Okay, Daedong. Cheers. Thank you very much.
But yeah, upon first seeing the name, yeah. It's definitely not something you'd expect to
So this is his first time in this matchup. Played quite a bit in the group stage. But he's showing his stuff here on the streamy no mod. Shield coming in for this one on the Taiwanese side as well. I tried.
It's okay.
I tried. Anyways, here we go.
Trying is the point.
So here we go. Karuna, Flying Tuna, Selena, and Daedong on the Korean side. Ryza, Flask, Sheena, Nariko, and Shield on the Taiwanese side for this pick.
Everyone getting that stream at the start. I think that's the most spaced in the map. Accuracy's on point for Taiwan this time. As Daedong misses, drops again. He's not happy with that miss using Curse of Smoke. Now a big lead because of that to Taiwan. This, I think, isn't Daedong's first OWC. I think he appeared in another one earlier. Sheena Noriko, however, has missed. Equals out that combo advantage now on Korean side. 3 FCs to 3, but the high combo gonna give them but Selena misses in the slow section.
Oh no. They still have the lead though in terms of the combo. They have plenty of combo and plenty of time. Get into a harder part though. Some of those FCs have incredible accuracy across the board. Shield breaks though, and that is going to make it quite close, but I think they actually should still have enough. There wasn't enough time.
Yeah, with the miss from Selena, Sheena Noriko just keeping combo on the Korean side at bay.
Another way into this. Taiwan with another point. 2 FCs. Almost an FC from Shield. But the team performance putting in the work. 2 FCs and 2 decent combos as well on the Korean side. Just a little bit though in favor of Taiwan here. As accuracy is putting in work.
And see, they may have lost the other no mod. They might have lost no mods in the group stages, but different pool, they're different maps.
And there we go. They win on black or white. It's not OP25 number 11. Although that is a good map, to be fair. What is next then? That no mod does work out well. The gamble worked. The relatively standard pick working out well for them. And there's still one as well they could potentially use in the future. The confusion would be a pretty close call between them both. But what did Korea do? 2 DTs remain. And again, the whole free mod pool is open.
As well as that they took the hard rock. Still that left there, in case they want to pick into it. They do go for the execution.
Going for that finger control double time then. Just over 200 BPM. Full of tricky finger control patterns and burst streams. Tough to hack.
Tough to hack indeed. We saw it in the last map. A lot of people just missing on the easier patterns. It's easy to sort of focus on the wrong things maybe. Not have that concentration there when you need it on the quote-unquote easier patterns in this map. Tough all the way through. Intense map, this one.
Yeah, it really doesn't let up. There's a bit of a slow part in the middle, but that's about it. Some pretty tricky spaced streams in the latter half too you got to be wary of. We've seen people deal with that really well though so far. I think everyone hit those streams in the previous match. Kind of surprised me. one of the difficulty peaks. But I guess that just goes to show how good the players are here now. Zane is back in.
Saw his incredible accuracy on the hard rock pick, hoping to make a repeat, but without the miss this time.
Yeah. If he does that without the miss, that would be incredible. It's another map where you do need that hack ability. It pays dividends on this map.
What flag did Zane used to have?
What was that, sorry?
What flag did Zane used to have? His flag changed relatively recently to a Taiwanese flag.
God, I'm not
He used to be a player for a country with very few active players. In fact, I think the difference between first place and second place, I suppose, was 8k PP.
Jeez, I have no idea about that, to be honest. I ain't too sure. I imagine he'd want to. He wouldn't be able to get into the World Cup with it if that's the player base is a bit small.
Yeah, just a slight bit.
Yeah. Oh, I think I remember now. Yeah, I remember. God, was it Belize?
Yeah, that was in my head as well.
That's what.
That definitely rings a bell.
Anyways, here we go.
Of course, he's not there anymore. Taiwanese roster ready to attempt to bring them another point.
A lot of combo to this one.
Accuracies are there, the combos are there, but the accuracy is in favor of Taiwan.
Yep, Gomo a little bit behind on the act.
Zane not quite able to repeat his hard rock performance, but of course it's a faster map. You start getting into the finger control, the doubles start hitting here. Slider velocity increases and slows, and everyone hits that slow slider. Some jumps start appearing.
It's really easy to break on that slow slider, actually.
It very much is. Ava Pacifica drops on the jumps. Loses the full combo he'd been holding, and now 7 still on the board. We get into some more linear patterns, and Gomo misses as well. Now just 2 FCs on South Korea. This might be the breakpoint that Taiwan need. Everyone hits the stream.
Again. Jeez. Yeah, Gomo breaking on a relatively neutral part, and yeah, they see it at the break. Taiwan are in a good spot, and they know it. Part with a large amount of doubles coming up.
And Flying Tuna, the 3rd miss against South Korea. There's only 1 FC left on their side, and 3 people, or 4-way, on Taiwan.
Oh my goodness, some of these accuracies too. Ryzen and Flask with near 99%. Well, Ryzer with well over 99.5, Flask with a near 99. And that is going to be a huge point. And it has tied up the series 3-3. What a way to do it too.
4-way FC, 7 100s on Ryzer, 99.38%. Incredible accuracy. You know the point wasn't close when the score starts running away.
Oh yeah. I didn't want anything to do with this. It was a massacre. You only saw 2 of them. There's more than 27 points, I'll tell you. There's near 5 million, to be honest.
It allows for, close. It allows for 1 million point on either side. So if the score lead exceeds 1 million points, As we just saw. Big, convincing victory and ties up the series 3-3. We're back. One break point apiece. And it resets. Free mod 3. The first free mod to be picked. Owari to Hajimari.
Quite a streamy free mod this. Circle size 3, so big circles on this. Lends itself well to hard rock play. And this is the kind of free mod that you do expect to see a lot of mod picks on. Quite streamy. Not too much in terms of aim on this. Some tricky buzz sliders you've got to be careful of. But a lot of it comes down to those streams. They change a lot in spacing too. They slow down and speed up consistently.
The main point of attention here, I think, the buzz sliders.
Yeah, around the middle. A lot of them, they're between sort of fast aim, little aim movements you got to make. Little up and down movements. You got to jump off a buzz slider onto a note, then back onto another buzz slider. So you got to be very particular with your cursor aim to not slider break those. They're on weird rhythms as well. I mean, I'm sure these players have practiced, but if you're caught unawares, especially when playing like hidden, and you misread it, you sit on the wrong rhythms, you're going to break them all when you hit those little buzz slider patterns. It's one of the reasons why I think hard rock is going to be quite powerful on this for some of these players.
Of course, yeah, this is free mod. It's also CS3. So hard rock isn't going to be the CS 5.2 as we're used to seeing. It's going to be a lot larger. The opportunity is there for almost everyone to take a mod. In fact, I'd be surprised if anyone goes no mod on this.
I think we'll see some people play it safe.
Maybe.
I feel like we will.
It's definitely very forgiving to take a mod on. We'll see. We'll see what they pick.
Yeah.
I assume Flask is going to go hidden. Maybe hidden hard rock. Karuna's probably going to go hard rock. Seen him play really well on it. Flying tuner on hidden hard rock maybe. Ryza with hard rock too. We've seen him with good accuracy as well as Zane.
Yeah. I think we'll see Daedong take a no mod as he rejoins the room. Ava Pacifica may take a hidden as well. Possibly.
We'll get into it.
You're almost spot on. Although Flask is going no mod on this. Ryza taking hidden hard rock, Zane with the hard rock, Sheen and Nariko with hidden. Daedong, Karuna taking hidden, and hidden hard rock for flying tuner.
Karuna surprises me. I would have thought he'd have taken hard rock.
Yeah, on a map like this, that actually would have... I would have figured it would have helped him out, but... Ah, we've been swerved.
Probably just didn't want to play by the rules. Didn't want to play into our hands.
Could be unpredictable. Sort of jukers.
Small accuracy advantage to Taiwan, but the miss on Zane. Losing about 100 combo. South Korea are in the better position. Or not. Daedong misses. With 95% accuracy. It goes straight over to Taiwan.
So far so good for them. The bus sliders haven't really come in yet. Just consistent first streams and
they're about to hit now though.
Yeah, here they are. Apart from the early miss from Zane, not a lot to speak of in terms of the Taiwanese side. Both hidden hard rocks doing A-OK from Ryza and Flying Tuna. Oh, but that stream does catch out Flying Tuna as I say it. There's only one left and it's Ryza. And those combos are scary for Taiwan.
With the pick that's going to put them in the lead for the first time in the match.
Certainly looks like it. The accuracies from those two FCs on the Korean side, beggars believe, 99.36 from the both of them, Ava Pacifica and Karuna. Team performance is Taiwan's here.
That small miss at the start from Zane on Hard Rock. They're going to nearly break 4 million.
Very nearly. Almost. Just Zane with the early miss. It's the reverse choke special for him. But he contributed more than enough for his team. And Taiwan had to fight to get that lead, but they finally have it. The higher seeded team take the lead. Solid hidden Hard Rock FC from Riser there. And good accuracy FC with the hidden Machine and Nariko rounding off their team. Karuna and Ava Pacifica with solid FCs to their name too.
And now Korea, for the first time, have to play from behind. Where do they pick into? Of course, they've got 2 picks left. Taiwan only have 1 now. Before we reach a tiebreaker situation.
Yeah, it's reaching the point now where you really have to be careful. And there are safe picks left, but not really many. There is confusion in no mod. I'd say that's relatively safe. There's Climbers High, which is somewhat standard, but not quite as standard. Plus you have to take mods on it. And there is also that remaining DT, if they want to chance that again. But they are like clutching at the metaphorical straw here.
There's only 7 picks left.
Can't say there's anything you'd clearly say, yeah, we'll have this.
There are places you can go. But yeah, I do agree. There's nothing really that catches my eye as a pick that says, we'll play this. Definitely. Maybe the Hard Rock.
Yeah,
be
perhaps
my best guess.
Taiwan did well on that, but that was quite a long time ago now. The players have had plenty of time to sort of bed in. If you had any nerves, a lot of those are going to be calmed down a bit more now. And you got to say, the Korean consistency was really solid earlier on. That remaining Hard Rock is relatively standard.
Where did they go? Going to be a lot of discussion, and who can blame them? It's important. Definitely an important pick. They roll a 2, and it was a roll of a 2 for free mods. And pick the second free mod, Disconnected Hardcore.
It's taking a chance. It's come up trumps though. We're going to be seeing this for the second time. A tricky map in the free mod pool. Not nearly as moddable as that last one we just took. We won't be seeing 6 mods, or 6 mod players this time.
Well, who knows?
Well, yeah, maybe I shouldn't say that yet. This is Taiwan and South Korea, I suppose.
They might just want to prove us wrong anyway.
Yeah.
So, Disconnected Hardcore. There's a lot of flow aim patterns. You could call them jumps, you could call them single taps. There's a lot of interesting sliders as well as BPM changes, yeah.
With the high speed and the AR9. Once the map starts getting quick, some of those patterns can be quite nasty to run hidden on. But the patterns are nasty to aim when you put Hard Rock on them. So the mod players really have a chance to show off here, but it's not an easy one. It's one of the more wildcard picks.
It's one I think you'll look to the non-modded players to get the FCs on.
Yeah.
Do you agree?
Yeah, for sure, because it's much easier on no mod than it is with mods. So if you give this map to your consistency players, it's comparable to the other maps, but the mod players have a much tougher time. But with the individuals they can do fine with the mods. I mean, Flying Tuna's in there. He could probably hard rock this decently well. The likes of Flask could probably hard rock this well. Although I imagine he'd hidden it if he wanted to mod.
I would have expected they'd have put Flask on hidden, or maybe even no mod.
Which just
depends on how he's feeling.
Yeah.
This, the 8th pick of this match between Taiwan and South Korea.
This match it's really becoming a bit of a slugfest now. Trading blows constantly. But here we go. The Korean pick, decided by a roll, could have been Climbers High. We'll see if this was a good choice.
5 hiddens on the board. Flying Tuna, Karuna, and Daedong all take hidden, as well as GFMRT and Shina Noriko. Flask staying with the no mod.
The entire bottom row. Funny how that works. The hidden versus the no mod.
It's almost like it was planned.
Yeah. Starts out slow, but here's where the main BPM sits. Speeds up again at the end. Square there. Everyone gets it. One of the scariest patterns in this map, that.
Oh, a big collapse by players. GFMRT, Daedong, and Flying Tuna all miss. Shina Noriko, though, keeps strong. Up.
He did, but then that pattern's kind of scary. I mean, you can't blame him. But now it's completely equalised. 2 FCs to 2 with a minor combo advantage in favour of South Korea.
1 FC to 2. Taiwan now with 1 FC left. Flask just misaiming.
He's not happy. The smoke comes out from Flask. It's all on Riser, and they see as well. Here comes the speed up.
South Korea know they're in the lead. They know they're in the better position with another miss from Shina Noriko. Only gonna cement them.
Only a square to go.
I'm not expecting any fails.
No. And there we go. In the end, it was 1 FC to 1. But it's the hidden player that FCs it for Korea. Karuna, 4100 FC. And then Riser with a 3100 250 full combo with no mod. But the point is Korea's, the team performance. Ava Pacifica with the near FC as well. Putting the work in, and it is tied up once again.
And we're in a situation where both teams only have one last choice. All important final map before the tiebreaker. See what Taiwan want to go with. There's confusion still left in the pool. UN Owen and ASO Yoga hidden. Whereabouts unknown for Hard Rock, Masheri for DT, and Climbers High on Free Mod. Still left in the pool.
And there's a bit of everything. You can't doubt they don't have choice. But the choices within the choices are limited. Standard-ish Hard Rock pick. A stamina-intensive long double-time pick. A fairly standard free mod, to be honest. Fairly standard no mod. And then 2 kind of awkward hidden picks remain.
If you go for hidden, what kind of awkward would you rather play? There's AR9, or the slightly higher approach rate, easier to read, but more awkward sliders, awkward rhythms.
I think Hidden, like UNOing on Hidden would be a good pick for Taiwan.
I would have said that's. I would have said that's what I would have gone for as well. We've seen how they can play, but we've also seen how Korea can play. That last map was as well AR9, speed ups, awkward sliders, awkward aim.
Yeah, like I mean,
Maybe on second thought, maybe not.
if Karuna could single carry that, which it's possible, but I feel like as a team, Taiwan would be quite decent on that. And we did see Korea crumble on the reader pick in terms of the team performance, and they all have to go on Hidden. Although that was a long time ago, it has to be said. That Hidden pick, that AR8 happened very early on, and there's the pick
for another hard rock. Whereabouts unknown.
It's the Pishy Fat Hard Rock. Fairly standard stuff, balanced between burst streams and jumps. Standard Hard Rock difficulty settings. Second size 5.2. OD10, AR10. And Taiwan have been a good Hard Rock team this tournament thus far. But Korea have the players for it, and they nicked maps off them earlier with that. Or they nicked the other Hard Rock, right? Or was it Taiwan that won it? Yeah, Korea won it.
Yep, that was a win for Korea. It was, I think, the first pick because they broke the point immediately. So this is what they choose to stake their claim on this match.
I don't think it's a bad pick for sure. They're
No.
perfectly capable. If they play to the ability we expect them to, they should be very good at this.
The same could be said for South Korea. We saw Selena, Flying Tuna, Karina, all high-level players.
But if they show, they can do it. But here we go.
Taiwan's last pick.
Just a reminder, it is 5-4 to Korea. Missing a star there. Oh no, it's not. Sorry, 4-4.
No, it is 4-4.
Sorry, I'm going mad.
Just a little.
But if they do lose this, they're in such a rough position. Here we go. In this tense 4-4 situation.
Last pick. Last chance. Riser with a miss on the intro jumps.
Actually, a few
Selena.
early misses.
Yeah.
3. Riser, Selena, and Flying Tuna all seeing very early breaks.
Struggling to get it going. But find their groove. Means that very slight, possibly important combo advantage sticks on the Taiwanese side.
First chorus. Some bigger jump spikes coming up.
And Zayn misses right at the start of that one. Combo advantage taken away from them, given over to Korea. Zayn misses again.
Yeah, some issues with the aim. Just a little bit of consistency issue there. His teammates are backing him up though. Still just the one break, and there's plenty of room. Some tricky sections to come up as well. But Korea see at the break where they stand.
And if we see this continue, it's going to be another breakpoint on a hard rock pick. Korea are actually going to be 5-4 up. Momo drops. Quite an interesting place to drop. It's in the verse. Wasn't on the larger jumps. Might have just been a slight focus loss.
Maybe. There's a little back and forth. It's going to be a little bit tricky, but
Yeah, they can't catch you out. And Selena misses as well. Now Taiwan are in the driver's seat. They take the lead back.
Hang on.
2 FCs to 2, but the big combos on Zane and Ryza. Goma missing again, as well as Flying Tuna. Now there's only 1 FC left.
Gambit
Taiwan.
Just have worked.
It looked shaky, it looked sketchy, but now it looks certain.
And there we go. Taiwan doing what we know they can do, and that is stomp on a hard rock pick, although that did not look like it was going to go their way for a period.
That was very last minute. A slight crumble in the Korean side. A few synchronized misses, but only on them. 1 miss at the start from Ryza on the beginning jumps. Zane having a little bit of troubles, but keeping the combo. And now it's all to play for in this next pick.
It's in Korea's hands. It is their choice. The last pick of this matchup, or it is going to Green Eye Jealousy. I'm assuming that's translate that. It's Green Eye Jealousy anyway.
Yep.
It's going to the tiebreaker if they can win this.
And of course, if not, they drop down to the losers bracket. Where do they go? There's no hard rocks left. We have Confusion, we have UN Owen, Aso Yoga, Masheri and Climbs High still left in the pool. What do you think they're gonna do?
I would have said they'd go for consistency pick, but I think in the last few they haven't been as solid consistency-wise as they were in the early game. I feel like Taiwan have the better feel in terms of consistency, so I feel like going for something a bit more left field would be a good pick. But in terms of that, what's left? I mean, there is UNO, there is that other hidden, the Charlo hidden, Skystar, but I'm not too sure about that either against Taiwan.
So what would be left field in this pool, do you think? UN Owen?
I'd probably say UN Owen. I'd probably say UN Owen, actually. Because the awkward patterns in that could trip up some people, although you wouldn't want to play that against Flask. So how would they do as a team, Taiwan?
I think we've seen Korea playing well on lower approach rate hidden. Taiwan as well they took the AR8 hidden, but it's a different approach rate, it's a different style of mapping.
They're rolling for hidden, I think. I'm guessing anyway. Roll 2, there's only one pool where there's 2 maps left.
No, they're not rolling for hidden, they're rolling for no mod.
Oh, what? Okay.
Interesting. Maybe it was a choice of 2 maps.
Was it? Maritime Police got banned.
Yeah, maybe there was a choice of 2 maps out of the pool that they wanted to play and couldn't choose.
Yeah, perhaps, yeah. So it will be the consistency no mod then. Well, well, well.
There's going to be a lot of pressure in this. This is the longer map. Not quite as long as UN Owen, but still 4 minutes. There's a lot of room for mistakes. There's a lot of room for a small drop to make a lot of difference. Do they take this one?
I think the players in the room, it's hard to call. The players are going to be perfectly capable on this. It's coming down to how nervous they are, how consistent they're feeling. Because in terms of mechanics, before they're going to feel, they're going to be fine. But it's how they are right now. How do they deal with the situation? Taiwan have a bit of a buffer, because if they lose this, they do have the tiebreakers to fall on, but we saw in chat, they were like, no, 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 we don't want tiebreakers, so Korea in a different spot.
There's always 2 different motivations for saying no tiebreaker. It's either you're not confident on it, or you just don't want to play the long map. Could be the nerves.
Yeah. Sometimes you just don't want it.
Want to win without the added pressure of having to perform well on one specific map, one final map. Who will be in for both teams? Tension's going to be riding high.
Who's going to be in that Taiwanese hot seat? There's one spot left. Who wants to step up? No surprise to see Flaskin. He is probably their most consistent player so far in this matchup. Shield and Riser stake their claim too. Which will be perfectly fine on this. Looking at the Korean side. Ava Pacifica coming in for this. He's been in a lot of these maps in the latter half of this match. Karuna has performed really well the last few maps. No surprise to see him playing this one too. Gomo in as well, another consistency player. And Flying Tuna, a mainstay. I don't think he's left the room so far.
I don't think so either, actually. GFMRT comes in for Taiwan to round their rob.
I think that's a decent pick on paper. He is one of the most experienced players. He's been in this position many times, including in the biggest matches Taiwan have had. A good choice, I'd say. Here we go. Match point for Taiwan. Real this time. A win here takes them to the quarterfinals. Or will we see our first tiebreaker of this round? Extremely long map this. The verses are more easier than the choruses. The choruses are where the big difficulty spikes come in.
You see a lot of big jumps, you see a lot of linear patterns as well, actually. It can catch you out if you're just expecting those standard cross screens that come to know. 4 notes in a straight line and then a jump off to the side. Everyone dealing with them quite comfortably. Nobody caught out by that repeat slider.
First big jumps.
The big jumps hit. Everyone hits them. It's still accuracy deciding this one. It flickers back and forth.
Does nothing in
like, oh, Ava Pacifica!
Oh!
What was that miss?
Oh, that's a
Where's
whiff!
the combo? That's a big whiff. And that's a big advantage to Taiwan. Cursor wiggle from him. He's not happy.
Himself. Not over yet. Long map. We're not even halfway yet, although we are approaching the halfway point. Not over yet, but just the one break out of the room. And some of those accuracies. Well,
is there a break between now and the next chorus? Are they going to be able to see where they stand?
No. I'm pretty sure there isn't.
It is, and they get straight into it. This next chorus hits. Going to be big jumps. No linear sections in this one. It's just straight up mechanics. And Riser fails a mechanics test. He drops his combo. Ava Pacifica now with 300. Keeping strong. And Korea have the advantage. Taiwan have the lead. Is there enough time?
Just 130k. And with this easy part, there's plenty of time to make that up. Oh, and now they see. Oh, now they see it. There's a chance.
What happens now? They either go to tiebreaker, they drop down to the loser's bracket. It all comes down to this next chorus. Big jumps and Gomo drops. 2 FCs to 3. Riser's combo now not going to make too much of a difference as he can build up to surpass Gomo's. And Taiwan looking strong. They're looking secure. As long as they hold on, they're going to take this match. They're going to usurp the seeding yet again. They came into groups as top seed. They came into bracket as high seed.
Yeah, just a few little, well, more jump patterns like the previous two choruses to go, but that score difference, it's large enough that it might not make much of a difference.
Ava Pacifica drops the combo. GFMRT drops his FC. But with 300,000 points of lead and only 100,000 to go on every player, Flying Tuna with the drop just at the end, it's going to be Taiwan that take this. Put that final star. Complete their row. Take the victory. 6-4.
Wow, man, they had to work for that too. That was a comeback because Korea had their number for the first half of this. They had a lead on them by 2 points for quite a long time, but then Taiwan clawed their way back. Took the lead, and I believe it was 4-3, quite far into the match. And they end strongest. The consistency pick wins them that, and Taiwan will go into the quarterfinals of the winners bracket and knock Korea down to the losers bracket.
Very impressive showing by them, coming out the victor. They're losing so many times to Korea in the past, in finals. Beat them again, I think for the second, no, yeah, they beat them again. And they move on, ahead of Korea this time.
Yeah, this time they take that W. I mean, the matchups between those two teams,